feel me? I hope there are no trick questions though. My name is Iretidayo Zaccheaus. Most people call me IZ. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria, and I own the biggest streetwear convention in West Africa, Street Souk, and I'm a creative consultant. I feel like I got that from like my big brother and my cousins. Like everyone was always just very into like fashion and shoes. So I kind of grew up around that, and because of like, you know, pop culture, music videos, I just realized that, oh, I kind of like what these people are wearing, and so that's where my love for like streetwear or fashion came from initially. So my mom started a convention in Nigeria, but it was like for older people, and they were selling like old people stuff basically. And so I went one year and I was like, this is super cool and I could definitely do it for my generation. And because like, you know, Complex Con existed, I knew this is something that could be done. I feel like it's the most youthful, energetic energy you'd ever feel. Like it's the atmosphere of being there. Everyone's just free. Everyone is expressing themselves. People are just like happy to meet people who are like-minded individuals. And yes, it's just a really, really strong, youthful energy, I'll say. Streetwear in Africa is extremely innovative, I think. It's still very, very fresh because it's still very new. Like most brands are just, you know, 5 years or below. There are a couple brands who've been here for like 10 years, like Waffles and Cream, but in general, it's still very new. Everyone's like taking influences from the West and also like from back home as well, which is very amazing because they, you know, Supreme and brands like that have been dubbing off our culture using Nigerian and like Ghanaian patterns forever. So the fact that we're owning it ourselves now and like, you know, remaking it is super cool. As a student of the game, I've seen that in every country that, you know, that streetwear is prominent, it started out of community. All these brands have been working together, been collaborating together, and obviously, you know, Virgil was very, very strong on like collaboration and like community because, you know, without community, streetwear honestly doesn't exist. So on music especially, because like now we have so many of our African artists just wearing African streetwear, to be honest. Like before it used to be, oh, they're wearing like Prada, this one or this one, but now it's like, yo, I'm wearing Free the Youth, yo, I'm wearing 5200, like performing all over the world and all this stuff. So that's been very, very key. I think mostly I'll say music has been the biggest crossover, to be fair. Make sure the reasoning you're doing it for is valid. Like if you're doing it because you want to make some money selling t-shirts, then your brand is probably gonna die within a year. But if you're passionate about this, you love what you're doing, and your designs are authentic, there's been a lot of thoughts within, you know, how you're gonna do your drops, what you're gonna drop, what kind of brand you're going to be. I feel like those are the most important things. Once all of that is certain, then you should make it happen. I mean, Street Souk found its place as kind of like the center or the ecosystem of where a lot of these brands have then gone to become as big as they are, get more people like, you know, tapping in with them and stuff. So I think just for us is to continuously push the vision which we started, which is to push African streetwear to the rest of the world, collaborating with different brands from across the world, you know, and just growing from there. And, you know, in the future, hopefully, my plan is to have a Street Souk in almost every country I can in Africa, because Africa has always been my dream. You know, hopefully, eventually we take it to like other parts of the world, but Africa is really where my main focus is.